Hello, I'm EPX and welcome back to another Minecraft console update video, because Title Update 56 is now out for Minecraft on the Xbox One. It's really interesting because this update isn't worth knowing about because it's so exciting. It contains so many new features for all the consoles because it's only coming out on one console, the Xbox One, and it only has one change in this update. I want to talk about this update regardless though because it fixed a rather interesting change, and the reason this came out and the fact that it's such a small update I think is quite interesting, so that's what I'm going to be talking about and sharing with you all in today's video. Like if you do like these update videos, even if it includes the tiniest update ever released for Minecraft console. But let's get straight into talking about exactly what's going on with TU56, why it's called TU56, why it's such a small update, and indeed what it did fix, because this is a really big update for me personally, and for maybe like, let's call it like 100 other Minecraft console players, but for most people you won't even notice the one change that is in this update. So yeah, let's just first of all mention that this is Title Update 56 because Minecraft console follows the Title Update system. That's why the last big update was called TU54, that's why the one before that was called, what, like TU4 or TU53, but then before that TU43, that's why all these updates have names like this. It's because we named them after the 360 title update equivalent, and the title updates are on 360, even though, if something doesn't come out there, it still goes up an update, because that's just kind of the base system for measuring all Minecraft console updates. Again, that confuses people if I don't say that right now. This update is TU56, even though it's only for Xbox One, where they don't use the title update system. It's confusing, but let's move on to actually talking about what's in this update, because I know you want to know the changelog for such an exciting big update. What's going on here? Changelog for content update 46, it is fix for crash on save list menu. So that's actually a really vague single change. Again, that's nothing else, that's all it is, then it moves on to the next update. Basically, you might think like, why is there only one change and why is it so vague, and why only for one platform? So this is actually an Xbox One specific issue as far as I can tell, and I was speaking with 4J Steve in particular, because he's the head of QA and also the community lead, about what was going on here, because again, it was one of these issues that only affected like a very few people, that they couldn't replicate themselves for a very long time, because it's such a rare bug, but it basically had to do with the number of worlds you had in Minecraft console. So I actually have to back out the game to show you exactly what I mean by this, because basically most people were unaffected. Most people, when I was saying like Minecraft consoles crashing all the time, they had no idea what I was talking about. It seems to be just a me issue, and it's because it was just a me issue. So if you look at my bar down there, the save bar that's got yellow on it right now, you'll see how that's about 75 to 80% full, and if you actually scroll down my worlds, you can see how I've got such an absurd number of worlds. Basically, each of these little images that comes with the world, so you see the save image, like this is, like a beacon right now, there are some beds, for instance, all these sorts of things, the modded map, for instance, that doesn't work anymore, in case you're curious, but yeah, if you look at all of these worlds, you can see how I've got so many of them, and they all have an image attached to them. So basically, there's a limit to how many textures your Xbox One can open at once, and can have running at once. And because this was being just about breached by some people with a lot of worlds, again, not many people have this many worlds and are filling up 80% of their bar. This is really the edge scenario, but because people like me did exist, it meant that some people just couldn't play the game. In my case, it was crashing like 80% of the time. In some people's cases, they just could not play Minecraft because it was crashing so often. And not only this, because of that weird texture thing I mentioned before, this is actually one of the causes behind, if you've ever seen it, the weird bug where like, the texture for survival just goes missing, or the texture for difficulty goes missing, or even some of the texture packs, they just go really weird. And this is also the reason why at the exact same time, so we're going to go into this world right here, that's why at the exact same time, sometimes you'd load into a world and everything would go just fine, but everything would have a red tint to it or a blue tint to it. This is because certain textures would go missing and just be not able to load. It's a really, really weird issue when you think about it, but it is, again, it's an Xbox One specific bug that they have now fixed in this update. So why does this update exist? To fix one bug for one platform for 100 users. It's the smallest update to ever release Minecraft console, and I wanted to make a video kind of celebrating / commemorating that, because again, only some of you have this update. It's a tiny update, it's only 30 megabytes, and only for one platform, only for this one time, but it's something I figured I would mention, that now the next update, which will probably still be a bug fix, is Title Update 57, and that's coming out at some point in the next few weeks, once they've worked out all the rest of the bugs, or maybe, it's going to be another feature update. We don't know for sure right now, but there's your update on Minecraft console updates. Like the video if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe if you're around here, and make sure you bell me, because although sometimes updates are this small, and, like, I'm sure some of you are like, oh, well, that was nice to know about, but it's not quite as exciting as the last big update, but every time there is a big update, I also upload videos the moment it comes out, or the moment I can, to let you know that that update is out, and you might want to bail me for that reason. Also, I'll be streaming later today. It's going to be Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Zombies, zombies in Spaceland or whatever. It's going to be like a beach-based map. It looks like it's going to be fun, and look forward to seeing that if you like seeing live streams on Infinite Warfare Zombies. Again, it's funny, it's gone to the point now, a lot of people like question why I'm doing that, but that's not behind today's video. Come check out my stream later, do all the things I just said if you want.